Welcome, darlings. It's your girl Adina, goddess of magical movement, here with season 2 of the Liberated Pussy podcast. I am here, Monique, the moon mama, the goddess of astrology. If you know her, she's amazing.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, my darling. I
How are
see both
you?
of us. I'm
Yeah.
great.
Oh, you
How are
can
you?
see us.
I can
That's
see
great.
us this time. Yeah, the last couple times I couldn't see us. I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit.
I
Yes.
like
How
your
you doing,
lipstick.
girl?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Me too. Me too. We got season 2. Look at us.
Season 2 of the Liberated Pussy
Season
podcast.
Liberated Pussy Podcast. I see my girl Karen saying, hey, hola chica, hola my darling. How are
Hi,
you?
Karen.
Ah, mm. We got an
Oh,
amazing season lined up, don't we?
yes, we do.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
we
we do.
do. Yes, we do. I'm
We do.
excited. I'm proud of us too. I'm proud of us for setting out to do something and doing it. What?
Yes. Staying true to our intentions
Yes.
and and bringing information that's valuable, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, it's something to be said for women who are in our power and in our courage and in our integrity to follow through. You
Yes.
know, there's so many opportunities to fall off and so many reasons say, oh, not this week, or I don't know what to say, or
Right.
my hair is this, or just any excuse. There's always excuses, but we're saying fuck all that.
Right. That's right. We're showing
Here we
up
are.
no matter what.
We're
No matter
showing
what, we're showing up,
up.
right?
We're
That's
showing up,
right.
and that's the first thing. Thank you for those hearts. We're showing up.
Yeah.
So here we are, season 2. We've been here for maybe about 5 months now. We're going into our
Hmm.
5th month of sharing conscious conversations from a melanated woman perspective, and the world needs it. The world needs to
Yes.
hear what we got to say.
That's
So
right. And
here we
grown
go.
grown
Okay.
adult melanated women. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
hey, hey. Because there are some melanated women and they're saying stuff,
Right.
and that's cool too.
Yes.
It
Yes.
all serves to further our evolution.
Right.
But here we are, like you say, as grown ass women who've lived lives,
Right.
been in marriages, have had babies, have done the job thing, have done the stuff that we've been set up to do,
Yes.
have already peered over and seen the bullshit of all of that. And now
Yes.
we're saying, you know what? We have a lot of juice left to squeeze, and we're going to squeeze it our way for our benefit, not for all of these others who just really are kind of just feeding off of us. It's like, okay, wait, hold
Right.
up, hold up, hold up.
Right.
I need to be here
Right.
for me first.
Girl.
I need to be present for me first. And
That's
then
right.
I'll decide who and what I feed and water and what I want to give my energy, my life to.
Right. My life force. My life
Life
force. I want to make a
force, my
decision.
everything.
That's right. I remember when I first started really thinking about that, but I don't want to jump ahead because I
Okay.
know. Okay. So, but I don't have to do the astrology. Like
I
it's
want the astrology.
okay.
I'm feeling so good that all the planets are direct. Like I'm really noticing how I'm feeling energy now. Like
Hmm.
it took a time for me to pull back some of the shell and some of those layers
Yeah.
that had me blocked from just the things around me. And the astrology has helped me see that I'm in alignment if I just relax. I don't have
Yes.
to try to make it. It just
Right.
is. So
Right.
please
Right.
share your wisdom, Moon Mama. Share your
Thank
studies
you.
and what you know so
Okay.
that we can govern our conversation from there.
Perfect. Perfection. So, the major thing that's happening right now, astrologically, is that Pluto has moved into Aquarius. The sun is also in Aquarius. Mercury has just moved into Aquarius. And Venus is coming and Mars is coming. So, what does this mean, right? So, Aquarius is the energy of the rebel. It's the energy of revolution, right? But I feel like when we think of that, we think of the narratives and the conditionings that we have been given around these terms. Like revolution means, war and all that kind of stuff. And that is just one basic aspect of it. the revolution truly is happening inside of
Mhm.
you. And so we have this astrology that is bringing us to our higher selves. Now, it might feel like your life is breaking down or the things that you were involved in don't feel good anymore. And sometimes I know for myself, when I'm in experiences that don't feel good, it's like being sick and you can't think of anything else but the sickness, right?
Mhm.
Like it's so
Mhm.
distracting that it consumes everything. But the opportunity, which is a high call, is to take care of yourself, pay attention to what you need, but also begin to turn your focus to what else is possible. And you might not know what else is possible, but you can ask, what else is possible here? Because you want to begin to bring new solutions to old scenarios.
Mhm.
And because the north node is in Aries, and with the north node in Aries for another 9 months, that is our Dharma. So this is the opportunity with the north node in Aries. Aries is about you. It's about nobody else but you. You, right? And so depending on the configuration of your chart, that might mean that you are alone, you know, working out how to bring new perspectives to old situations. Do they need to just be released? Do they need to be reorganized? Do you need to address some things that hadn't been taken care of? Or you might be in an experience with others where you are being called to be deeply true to yourself. Now, that's a high call to be in an
Yeah.
environment with other people and really learn how to hold your own fingerprint, right? Like how to be true to what you believe. Like I was sharing with you earlier today, and been talking about it a lot with you lately, is that I have been the kind of person where if I'm in friendships or in communities, I can be a chameleon and I'll just take on the identity of another person. If anybody stays in my house for more than 3 days, if they drink coffee, I'm gonna be drinking coffee. If they because I'm that empathic is
Mhm.
what I'll say. I'm that
Mhm.
empathic.
Mhm.
And the work is being able to stay in your own system and not blend in to what's going on. It's a high call. It's a high
It's a high
call. But if
call.
you it's a high call. And so that means you have to know who you
That
are.
part.
You have to know what you like. You have to know what works for you. You have to feel yourself. You have to be deeply devoted to yourself in the midst of all the things going on. Where am I?
Mhm.
Where am I? So that's what the astrology is offering us. That's Aquarius energy. That's Pluto in Aquarius. It's this internal revolution. And the last thing I want to say about it is sometimes we can begin to talk about people in our lives as if something is wrong with them because you are changing, right? Because I'm changing, and now it's like, oh, this person does this too much, but it's never that. It's I am outgrowing my old self. I'm not outgrowing another person. I'm outgrowing the part of me that connected me to that person. I'm outgrowing the part of me that placed me in that community before. I'm
Mhm.
outgrowing those aspects of myself. It doesn't have anything to do with like people, people don't rot like milk.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Like when you
it,
outgrow a pair of shoes when your feet were growing,
right.
you didn't take it out on the shoes like the shoes are trash. It's just your foot is a little bigger. You need something different. That's all.
Right. That's right. That's right. So that is what the astrology is offering us. It's
Mhm.
offering us an opportunity to see our own selves from a new lens.
I love it. I absolutely love that. So,
Hmm.
Mo, we've been doing this for years, and I'm thankful for it because
Yeah.
even though we've been doing it for years, every moment, every day, every second, it's a little different. And even if
Yeah.
it's the same lesson, I come at it differently. I feel it differently. I
Hmm.
share that with you today, like some of the same stuff, like we've been talking about our worthiness and what that means. I feel that a little differently today in this moment. I have a
Yes.
little different shading on it. I have a deeper understanding of where Adina is coming at life, what perspective she's coming at life from.
Yes.
And that changes
Yes.
how I connect with everyone in my life. It really does.
Yes.
It's not, it's not, our society really rags us on being quote unquote selfish. But from that standpoint, it's not a bad thing to really ask yourself questions to know what you like. It's like you said, to know who you are. How can you know who you are if you don't spend time with yourself and ask yourself these questions?
Yes.
Some of it comes from knowing what you don't like. Like, okay, I don't want that.
Right. Right.
So that must mean I want, maybe the opposite of that to a certain degree.
Right.
Not to just be a rebel. Like you said, Pluto is the rebel. And you say Pluto or Aquarius is
Aquarius.
the rebel.
Aquarius
Aquarius
is
is
the
the rebel.
rebel, and Pluto is the alchemist. It's about
The
really.
Alchemist.
Hmm.
Okay. So I was reading a book and it was talking about feminine energy and goddess energy. And it was saying that women have been sleeping so that to even get in just a different place to be a rebel woman, and being a
Hmm.
rebel woman would be basically the opposite of everything you were taught. If you look at the things you were taught from zero to grown, all of that, you
Yes.
could do the opposite of that and you'll be more right than where you were, at least for
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So before I wanted to say, today our conversation is about how do we nurture really what feels good to us? How do
Mhm.
we access pleasure and nurturing and well-being, and how do we take responsibility for that in our lives? Um, and one of the beautiful things that I want to say about that, just from our perspective, is because we're grown women, because we're
Hey,
really
hey,
grown women. Um,
hey, for the
it,
grown
right,
women.
like we have had the opportunity to live in the world in the way that we were conditioned to live in
Mhm,
the world, and
mhm.
now we're actually seeing like that stuff didn't work for us, right? And it didn't
Not at
work for
all.
our mothers, it didn't work for our grandmothers. And one of the things that I know about myself, which has been a challenging aspect of my personality, is that I've always been wild. I have always been untamed, wild,
Mhm.
crazy, a rebel. I've always been that way. And some part of me has always been at odds with it because I really wanted to fit in.
Yes. That's why we're friends, because I feel the exact same way. I
Yes.
felt like I had to shut the wild part of me down. Like I was a girl that people would say, "Oh, I knew you were in the hallway. I was way over there and I heard you. Like you're so loud." And I would feel bad about that. Like, "Oh, dang, I'm too loud." Like that was a dig. Like, "Damn,
Right.
I'm loud." But no, I heard you.
Right.
So it's like the world doesn't want to hear you. Like, shut up. It's basically what that was saying. Like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Right. Right. And so the time that we get to like, so how when let me ask you this. When did you start to realize that you didn't feel yourself in the world? When did that start coming up for you? Do you remember?
I felt that way as a little child, in all honesty. Like I felt like not an outsider, but like the world didn't see me. And I talked about this maybe last week or one of those recent podcasts that we did. I felt like I wasn't the one or the example of what a little girl should look like or be like. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, contrast to that, my family loved me. My mom
Mm-hmm.
always told me I was beautiful. She used to sing this song to me called Black Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she made it up because she sang it to me. Black Pearl, precious little girl,
Black
you've been in the black background.
pearl,
Yes,
pretty
pretty
little
little girl,
girl, you're
you've
the
been in the
only
background
one.
much too long. She used to sing that to
Yeah.
me going to bed. And I literally thought she made that song up until I heard it on the radio once. I was like, what? My mama's song? I didn't know it was a song.
Thank
I
you,
cried.
Mama.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mama.
mama, for that. Thank you.